everybody, it's Janae Canis from Lectin Free Solutions. I'm here today to show you how to freeze spinach. You know, yesterday I was at the market and it looks like all of our little organic farmers had their spinach crop come in at the same time. And I found these huge bunches of organic spinach for $2 for $1. I mean, that's almost unheard of. For those of you that buy organic produce, you know that it's usually about $1.69 or $1.99 per bunch. So I bought 8 bunches. We can maybe use 2 bunches in a week of fresh spinach, but with all the other vegetables that we eat, it's hard for me to use up more than that for the 2 of us. So what I did was I bought 8 bunches at $2 for $1, which was just a great bargain. And what I'm going to do is process four right now. I would do them all, but I didn't freeze enough ice. So I think I have enough to do 4 bunches. And what we're going to do first is untie these, and then I will give them a double, if not a triple wash. And then after that, what we're going to do is plunge them into boiling water, which I have started on the stove behind me. And we're only going to plunge them in the water long enough to wilt them. And as soon as that happens, we'll be pulling them out and putting them in ice water to stop the cooking. And what that's going to do is a few things. It's going to seal in the nutrition, it's going to seal in the color, and it's going to make the product a lot more stable. You can actually take spinach and you can freeze it without doing anything to it. But if you do that, it's really best if you use it out of the freezer within 4 or 5 days. If you take the time to blanch it and make it a more stable product, you can actually keep it in the freezer for a minimum of 4 months. And you can do a lot of different things with this. You can either serve it as a side dish, you can put it in soups, stir fries, and if you make it into small enough pieces, you can actually just pop those right into your smoothie for those of you that drink the spinach smoothie every morning. So, all right, let's get started first with the washing. All right, we have all of our spinach processed. The blanch time was about 60 seconds. Then I left the spinach in the ice bath until the ice was melted. And this is how much spinach we ended up with from those 4 huge bunches. So now I'm going to show you how I like to process it. I'm going to do it in 2 different sizes. One that I use for dinner. I take a 1 cup measure and I push the spinach in really hard, pushing all the moisture out. Then I flip it upside down on the cookie sheet, and then after I'll show you now, just really pack it in there. You want to get it very, very dense. And remember, this really isn't cooked through. It is just blanched, so it's softened, but it's definitely, it's not like canned spinach or something like that. So you still have a lot of wiggle room with it. Now what I do is I push it like this and I get as much water out of there as I possibly can, pushing it all the way around. And also when I drain this in the colander after the ice bath, I let it sit for about 10 minutes and I actually do push on it a little bit to try and get more moisture out. Now that's pretty good. I think I actually will go ahead and top this off because I generally use these 1 cup servings as enough dinner for Tom and I. It doesn't look like very much, but when it's compressed and cooked down like this, you know how much spinach that is. It's quite a bit. So it's plenty for 2 people. The serving is plenty for 2 people. Okay, so that looks good. Now what I'm going to do is just run a sharp knife around here because it packs in there pretty tight. It doesn't always want to release. So I'll do that. And then what I'm going to do is just pop it upside down and you have a perfect serving for 2 people. Now I'll go ahead and finish that mostly with 1 cup serving. I'm making these 1/4 cup servings for my mom because she uses a little bit of spinach in her smoothies. And that way she can either use this whole thing or she can cut it in half. But it's easier to deal with than one of the great big ones. So let me also run this around. and pop that out so you can, that one's not going to really, see, they really do pack in there. You need to have a little help with the knife to get them out. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. Well, that one's not perfect, but it'll be fine. Then what I do with these is I actually get the tray full and then I flash freeze them. I put the whole cookie sheet into the freezer for about 2 hours until they're hard enough that I can wrap them individually in saran wrap. So I do that very tightly, and then I put them in another Ziploc bag to protect them, and they're good easily for 4 months. So I really hope that this helps you save some money. And don't think you're only limited to spinach. You can easily do this with Swiss chard. You can do it with collards. With collards, you might want to remove the center vein, but it's a really good way to take advantage of sales, or if you have too much produce in your refrigerator and you know you're not going to be able to use it up, this is a great way to store it and not lose the value. You know, all of these vegetables are expensive, so you want to save them if you can. Well, thanks for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks again for all your continued support. Bye-bye.